Are we live? I think we are live here. Let's get this going. Put the sound up. Yeah, let's get the sound up. Yeah, let's get the sound up there. Are we good? Are we good now? Let's get this. Yeah, let's need to check. Yeah, let's get the sound up there. Are we good? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so we're going to get started in a minute. Live stream here today. Live drawing stream. 45-minute session today. So Mind and Draw, we're just getting set up. Probably starting about 5 minutes. Going to be doing some objects in pattern drawing. We'll do a wee bit of mark making to start off the session, and we'll be doing a wee bit of artwork as well. So 45 minutes, quick day break. We're just going to go straight into, straight into all the. We've got 3 exercises straight into it, no messing about, and we'll go from there. So yeah, we're here at the studio here at Many Studios doing this live stream, and we'll go from there. Here at this meeting room, really, because the internet's not working in my bit, so I thought it'd be best to do it here. So we're here for another drawing stream, just to share some exercises, share some stuff about Mind and Draw, and if anyone's interested, any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. The video goes out actually on a YouTube channel anyway, so if you can't make today, you can check it out on in an hour or so. So there's nobody's there. So a week in a recap. I took a wee break last week from the live streams. I thought, you know what, let's take a wee break. We've been doing quite a lot in the past few weeks, so I thought let's get it started again on the Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So right now, throughout June, we are going to be doing probably a lot of same time, really, same day. So it'll be Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We're going to be doing the live stream. So it's a 45-minute session. And that'll be right. We're just going to do different kinds of exercise. Maybe there'll be drawings, a paint session, be about creating music, and we'll go from there. The picture's actually really good today, actually. I thought this is actually much better, so it's good. So we'll start in a couple of minutes, and we'll go from there. And yeah, so the plan today is we're going to do a wee bit of mark making, but then we're going to do a wee bit of objects and pattern drawing, and then we're going to create a wee bit of artwork to finish off the session. So again, 45-minute session. We'll go from there. Again, if you've got any questions, just let me know and post a comment online. My email as well should be on the description below. If you want to check out the social media stuff, it's all in the description below, all the links. So if you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. But we'll get started in a couple of minutes and we'll go from there. Just try to get me drink there. So we'll get started. So not the best day weather-wise. It's not nice out there. Pretty wet. It's good to be inside today and just do a bit of drawing, do a bit of creativity, and we'll go from there. But I hope people are doing well today, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes and we'll go from there. So this is a 45-minute session of going through different kind of exercises. Hi there, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you joining the session. Again, we're just going to hit start in about 5 minutes. We'll go there. If you get any questions, just let me know. It's good that we've got a comment. I thought the comments are online, which is good news there. But we're going to get started in just about 2 minutes. We're going to do a wee bit of mark making, and then we're going to do a wee bit of objects and pattern drawing. So you'll need an object. That's what you'll need. You need an object. Just good that I've just remembered that. So any object around the house, you pick an object and we'll draw to that. And then I'm going to create a wee bit of artwork as well. So that's the plan. So it's about 45 minutes today. 40 minutes, 45 minutes. No break today. No break. We're just going to go straight into no messing about. We're not messing about it. No break. Usually I do a break, but now we'll just go 45 minutes straight into and do a full steam ahead. So for this exercise for the mark, we're going to get started now. If anyone does join in, I'll just keep repeating the exercise. And what I'm going to do as well is when I share the exercise, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera down onto the piece of paper so you can actually see me drawing as well. So yeah, so I'll be moving the camera up and down as the session goes on. But again, if you get any questions, just let me know. Post a comment. I will reply back, or I'll just answer them back. But all the details are below. The comments are on. But it's good to see we've got a few people on today. So let's get started on to the first exercise. So we're going to do a bit about mark making. So for this exercise, and then you just need some pens and pencils, any kind of drawing materials. I'm going to be using some soft pastels today. Some soft pastels, which is kind of a chalky feel to it. It's a great way to kind of do little marks and stuff. Again, just you can use any kind of materials you want for this exercise. Mark making is a simple exercise where it's all about just creating marks and creating patterns, any kind of patterns you want. It's a nice expressive exercise, just to get it out there. Just be as expressive as you want, be as creative as you want, and that's really it. So it's a good little 5-minute, 10-minute exercise. Just create as many patterns and marks as you want. No right or wrong to this. You know, just do as much as you want, do as many colours as you want, and just go kind of wild and expressive. Just go along all the page. I've got a nice A3 piece of paper here today, but I'm just going to use the whole paper and just be expressive as I want. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the camera down. I'm going to put the camera down here. So what I'm going to do here, if you can see it there, you can see there. Now you can see me here. Actually, you can see my hands there. You don't see my face, but you can see my hands. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get a kind of a saw path like that. So just a saw path. Now, all I'm going to do here, I'm just going to create little marks. So I'm going to do something like this. So create a lot of marks like this. I'm going to do one here and one there. So there. This is all about creating marks. So using saw passes. So I'm going to use a blue here. I can go over like that. So this is all just creating bit marks, using different colours like that. So I'm just using different colours like that. Now, it doesn't need to be always soft passes. You can use pens. I've got some oil passes that I can use as well. So I'm going to use some oil passes. And the idea is just creating marks. We're going to do this in about 5 minutes. Just get out there. Just get it all out there. I'm just going to create as many patterns as I want. You know, you can go really hard on the paper as well. You know, let your anger out as well. You know, that's what I like to do. Just get it all like that. Let it go hard on it. You know, like that. Let that. Just not thinking about it. That's it. Just creating little marks and that. It's a nice wee exercise just to start off a session. You know, just get in the. It's like a warm up. This exercise. It's a nice wee warm up. There you go. Just kind of using different colours. I'm not even thinking about it. You know, no right or wrong to this here. I'm going to get a wee blank here. Create a wee kind of, there we go. There we go. Really letting this out here. You know, just spend about 5 minutes in this, really. Let's create as many patterns as you want. Really, if you're annoyed at something right now, you can really let your anger out in this, you know, and say, like, really get into this. You know, that's the idea, Mark. Just let it all out. Create as many patterns as you want. You can even use pens as well. You know, something like that. There we go. We couple of pens as well. So just so again, mark making, just no right or wrong to this. Just create as many patterns you want. It could be zigzags, it could be wavy lines. Use different colours, use different materials. If you've just got pens, that's okay. Just use pens, use different colours. Just create little different patterns in that. That's it. That's the idea behind it. Just let it all out. You know, it's like a warm up exercise going into the next part. You know, I usually do this in my sessions. You know, I'll do this. Mark making or blind drawing is a good little icebreaker just to start off the session, just to warm up everyone. Because at the start of a session, people are a wee bit nervous, people are a wee bit, oh, I don't know what to do, you know, I don't know how to draw, I don't know how to do this. But see, mark making, it's just anything goes. Just create as many patterns as you want, and that's the idea behind it. So yeah, so we're going to spend another maybe 2 minutes on this, maybe just go on there. So again, if you've got any questions, just let me know. Happy to answer them. But just doing a wee bit of mark making as well right now. Go from there. So I'm just kind of doing the finishing touches. So I'm going to see if I can get another colour here. I might get a yellow here. Try different colours and go from there. There we go. There we go. That's it. So again, mark making is a good little exercise just to start off a session. You know, just to start off a session, good warm up exercise for this, and we'll go from there. So there we go. There we go. You can use some charcoal as well. I'll get some charcoal in here as well. I'll get the charcoal out. So we've got charcoal. Spend a minute or so on this. There we go. Nice bit of charcoal. There we go. So I'm just going to try one more colour here. I might use a bit of red here. Try and find a red soft. So there we go. There we go. There we go. So there we go. A wee bit of mark making just to start off the session. It's a great way to just relax. You know, I've just let it all out there, just not thought about it. You know, using different colours, using different patterns, and it's a good way to just relax and just, start off a session. Just use different materials, use different kind of, colours and patterns, and just go to town really with it. That's really the idea behind it. So it's a good little exercise to start off with. I hope you enjoyed that part of the exercise. We're going to go on to the next part in a minute, but I'm just going to show you this here. There we go. That's the example there. There we go. That's it. And it's a nice way to start to the session, because I've done many sessions like this before where people will always say the same thing, where, oh yeah, I can't draw, I can't do this, I can't do that. But with mark making, there's no right or wrong to it. You can just start it. You got a blank piece of paper, and it's just about making marks, and it's about creating patterns and just not thinking about it, using different colours and just using stuff like that. That's it. I've been using soft pastels. I've been using oil pastels, but again, you can use pens or pencils or paint as well if you want, any kind of materials, and just make as many marks and patterns. So that's the kind of first part. So we're going to do is we're going to leave it there, and what we're going to do, I'm going to go on to the next part. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to move the camera back up here, and I'm going to go on to the next part. Now we're here for about 40 minutes today, 45 minutes. We'll just go through different kind of exercises today. So I'm just going to get another piece of paper. There we go. Just get my sketchbook out here. So there we go. And what we're going to do here for the next part is we're going to do a wee bit of objects and pattern drawing. And objects and pattern drawing is what you're going to do here first. Is you're going to get an object, and it could be any object from around the house. And what you're going to do there is pick your object. So I've got my object right here. It's a wee standard kind of glass object. And then what you're going to do, you're going to create the outline of that object, just the outline. So just the outline, just create the outline of that object, and create the sides and stuff like that, top half, and try and make it as kind of 3D as possible. So you do that, create the outline, and then the next bit, instead of using solid colours, instead of using a solid colour to fill in the object, what you're going to do is create little parts inside the object. That's the idea. So I'm going to show you an example of this before we start. So I'm going to go back to my sketchbook. Let's see if I get it. There we go. This is my sketchbook here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a quick example of it. And this is a quick example I've done a couple of weeks ago. What I used an aftershave bottle for this. And what I did, as you can see, I created the outline first, just create the sides and the top and the bottle cap. And then what I did is just create a little patterns using a black pen or a pencil, create little patterns inside each side, using different patterns like wavy lines and zigzag line. And then from there, I just added a bit of colour, and it's literally striking. It really stands out. So it's a really good little object, and a really cool part that came out of it. So that's the idea for this session. Is what you're going to do here is get the object, pick an object, any object from around the house, draw the outline, and then what you do from there, you've got to create little patterns in each side of the object, and then add a bit of colour to it. And that's really it. So what I'm going to start it myself using the object I picked. So I'm just going to get back to my piece of paper. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the camera back down, and then we'll go from there. Let's see, that's it. Get a piece of paper. There we go. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera right down here, and I'm just going to go from there. There we go, as you can see. There we go, that's done. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a pencil for this to create the outline here. So I've got my object right here, and that's it, that's my object. And I'm just going to draw the outline. Try and make it quite big here. So this could be a rough sketch, really. This doesn't need to be a kind of a finished article, like a masterpiece. No, just create a rough outline of this, really. So I'm just going to create a nice wee outline here. That's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to do a wee kind of exercise here. As we do. So let's see, get this in here. There we go. There we go. Just nice wee, there we go. Nice wee. Just kind of nice wee outline here, not making just a rough outline of this. So let's try to fix up a wee bit. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I'm just looking at that there. I'm just trying. So I've just created my outline here. There we go. So I'm not worried about the kind of plastic bit. I'm just focused on the glass right now. I'm just focusing on the sides. Just try to get this right. There we go. Just try to keep the. There we go. That looks not bad there. Just a wee bit kind of messy there. Just try to fix up a wee bit. There we go. So I've just created out there. I've got the camera back up here. There we go. So what I've done there, I've just created an outline like that. So I've just created a nice wee outline like that. So that what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to add a wee bit of patterns to it. So again, when it comes to the patterns, don't worry about it. You know, just create different kind of patterns, zigzag, wavy lines, any kind of patterns on each side. So don't make ones the same next to each other. Just try and mix it up as much as you can. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to count it back down here, and we'll come back to the next exercise. So what we'll do, just move it here, as you can see. You can see me there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to create a little pattern like this for each side. There we go. So I'm just going to. There we go. Just creating little patterns, different kinds of patterns. Like that. So, not thinking about it, not worried about the kind of finished result, just creating a little bit similar to the mark making. Just there's no right or wrong to this, you know, just create different patterns. Because we're going to be doing different colours anyway, so won't be a problem there. So there we go. So I'm just creating little patterns. So I've just created my patterns there. And then what I'm going to do now is just add a bit of colour to it. And this is a good way to doodle as well. It's a great way to it's a nice kind of nice relaxing exercise this. Because I thought at the times when people do little patterns and stuff with a blank piece of paper, you know, when they see a blank piece of paper, they think, oh, what am I going to do? You know, how am I going to start this exercise? How am I going to create a pattern out of the blue? And sometimes it just takes an object, and you just draw that object, you just draw the outline, and that's you good to go. And then you just create little patterns inside the object, and that's the aim of this exercise. So I'm just going to get some pens here, and I'm just going to create some colours here. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to be a bit of blue here. So we're just going to fill this up to the end of the session. So again, any questions, just let me know. I'm just doing these little drawings. It's nice to be kind of relaxing session today. We're here till probably about 15-20 minutes. So we're just going to try and just add in little patterns. There we go. Just create little. Just get a different colour. Everyone's doing okay today. Everyone's doing all fine here. I'm just adding a wee bit of colour to the patterns. Hopefully by the end of this piece it'll look very striking. Again, just using different colours. There we go. So what we're doing right now is we are doing a wee bit of objects and pattern, and what you're doing here is you pick an object and then you draw the outline of that object. So you just draw the outline using a pencil or a pen, and then what you do in the second part of that exercise is you create little patterns in each side of the object. So as you can see, what I've done here, I've created different kind of patterns on each side, and what I'm doing right now is adding different colours to each side, and this creates the patterns and the colour to the object. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I hope I was following this. We're here till about another 15 minutes today, just showing you this exercise. And we go here, there we go. Just, it's a nice kind of relax, you know, if you have a wee bit of music in the background, this is really good for it. You know, if you've got a bit of music, you know, it's really relaxing doing something like this. A wee bit of doodling, it's nice kind of feeling. You know, really enjoyable exercise. I'm just using different colours you can see here. Using yellows and reds. Just using pens for this. Now you can use pencils, not a problem, that is not a problem. And that is not an issue. You can use pencils, pens. I would recommend just using pencils and pens for this exercise. Just it's a bit easier to control. I think if you're using soft passes, it's much more difficult. So here we go, that's it. So I'm just using different colours here. And see if we can just see what else we can do. And I've got a nice big purple. Yeah, do one colour, get the grey here. There we go. It's coming up really well, this actually. Very good, this one. Very happy how this is coming out. Just using different colours. There we go, just using blue again. Let's see. Just trying to think different colours I can use. I'll use it red again. Sometimes I like using the same colours as used last time. There we go. Now, let's see. Yep. And what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to get a black biro pen. And I'm just see with the outline with the pencil you use. I'm just going to go over that as well. Just so it gives a wee bit of a pop, really. Just filling the kind of messy edges. There we go. So I'm going to just do that quickly. Just touch up a wee bit. Well, everyone's doing well today in this Wednesday afternoon. This video will go up, so if you can't make this video today, this live stream, this video does go up on the YouTube channel as soon as, so you can see what I've been doing. But I will be putting drawing challenges up online as well, so you probably will catch it anyway, this exercise. So I'm just filling in the lines here again on black pen. Just gives a wee bit of a pop, really. There we go. Yeah, well, it's coming together here very well, actually. I'm just looking at through the camera there. Yeah, just coming together really nice. It really is coming together. really is. So I'm just finishing up here. Try to get this big black pen just take a little bit longer. Just finishing up here. Just finishing up finishing touches. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to finish up here. Yeah. So if add a wee bit more to that, actually, just want to do a wee one more colour before I finish up. Get a wee bit orange here. Right, there we go. Right, so I'll finish up there. I'm going to show you this here. There we go. So as you can see, nice wee object there, just there. And as you see, just from that object there, like that, and all I've done really is just create the outline using a pencil. And then what I've done is I've just kind of created different kind of patterns on each side of the object, and then I've just added a bit of colour. Now that's just the kind of first part of it, and I'm still going to add a few more colours to it. But it looks really striking. It really looks good, and it's a good way to just create little patterns. If you are finding it hard just to be expressive and create patterns from a blank piece of paper, this is a good wee start point. Just pick an object from around the house, draw the outline of that, and then from there create little patterns. Instead of using a solid colour, like using just whole red for the colour for the sides, create little patterns inside the object, and then just fill in patterns. It's a good way to just relax, and a good way to just let it all out and just relax. And it's good mindfulness exercise. So I hope you've enjoyed this little wee exercise. It's something that you can take away with you. Do something at home as well. All you need really for this is just an object like this and a few pens or pencils. So it's really up to you how you want to go about it. So it's a good little exercise. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of finish up. I'm just going to finish up this little. I'm going to spend another kind of 3 minutes on this, and then I'm just going to finish up and just do a bit more colour to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push this camera back down like that, and then what we do just like here. There we go. And I'm just going to add a bit more colour here just to finish up this session. So we'll just spend about half an hour. We'll make this a half an hour session, and then we'll go through it. I think this is a good half-hour session because we've done two nice wee exercises which you can take away to the session. I think half an hour is a good time to finish up the session. A good solid half an hour. There we go. Just adding a wee bit more colour to this. There you go. Spend on a wee minute on this just before we get going. I'm going to add a wee bit of green to this here. I could spend all day on this, by the way. This is the thing. There you go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish up this wee drawing here. Add a wee bit of yellow. See, there's no right or wrong to this really. You can just do just be. You know, so a wee bit of kind of. Get a wee bit of purple in there. I always like a wee bit of purple. It's a really nice colour purple. I'll use a bit here. Just off this. There you go, and then finishing off here. We'll put a wee bit of orange. Got the orange here. There we go. Brilliant. There we go. There we go. Just can still finish up a wee, touch up a wee bit, but what I'll do, I'll just finish off there. You know, I could spend all day on this actually. Just touching up a wee bit there. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera back up like that. Okay, brilliant. There we go. And that's just there. That's a finish. That's the kind of finished there. The drawing, really, the drawing that I've done there. So that is just from that. So a wee kind of recap from what we've done there. Just pick an object, any object from around the house, draw an outline of it. So use a pen or pencil. Just draw an outline, and then from there, from each side, just create little parts inside the object. So it could be any kind of parts, wavy lines, scribble lines, zigzags, any kind of parts. And then from there, use different colours and fill in the parts, just like what I've done there. And that's a good example of it. And that's just from that. And it's a great way to just relax. I spent about 20 minutes on that, but probably 15, 20 minutes on that. It's a great way to relax and get a bit of music on in the background. Good way to just doodle, and it's a great kind of mindfulness task to take to do at home. All you need for this is just some paper, some pens, pencils, and that's really it. It's a good little exercise, and it's something that you can easily do at home. So I hope you enjoyed this little exercise today. I hope you enjoyed the session today. It's a good little two exercise session. You've done a wee bit of mark making. I'll show you the example of mark making we did there. That was a mark making. There we go. That was a mark making, simple exercise. Just get some saw pastels, chalk, any kind of materials you have in house, and just create marks. Just let it all out. Create lots of special patterns, lots of drawing. It's a great drawing exercise where just let it all out. Just be expressive as you want. Use oil pastels, use crayons, and just create as many patterns like this. Don't think about it. No right or wrong to it. Just let it all out. It's a good little warm up exercise to start the session, and just go from there. And then we finished off with doing a wee bit of objects and patterns, just like here. There we go. Just get there. There we go. Nice little exercise. All you need for this one is an object, any object. Create the outline using a pencil or a pen, and then create little patterns inside the object, and then fill in with different colours, just like this. And it's a good little mindfulness task where you feel a little bit stressed out. And if you are feeling like you're lacking motivation and lacking ideas, this is a good way to kind of spark some ideas. Just draw an object, create an outline, and go from there, because it could create some new out of the blue, create some new ideas. So that's a good thing. Because there's been people sometimes that say to me, oh yeah, I can't draw it, but they see a blank piece of paper. This is a good wee starting point for you. Just pick an object and then draw an outline and then create little parts inside the object. It's a good way to start off on a task like that. So hope you enjoyed the session. Hope you enjoyed this half-an-hour session. That's what I'm going to be doing now for these live streams. Nice wee half-hour sessions where I'm going to show you 2 exercises or maybe 1 exercise, and share some exercises about what you can do at home. Just using pens and pencils and lovely like kind of drawing exercise. So I hope you enjoyed the session. Look out for the next live stream, which is next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Again, another half-hour session where we'll be doing some more drawing exercises. There will also be another exercises and other video tutorials coming out, or painting to live music sessions and drawing to live music sessions. Check out the social media channels on the description below. You'll see all the other videos I do, all the other artwork that's been done through the workshops. Check it out. If you've got any questions, feel free to message me. I'm happy to answer them about these exercises. These exercises can be done at home. Anyone can do this. You know, there's no right or wrong to this. Have a bit of fun with it. You know, the idea of Mind and Draw is that everyone's got their own style. Everyone can draw and have fun, and that's the idea of Mind and Draw. So I hope you enjoyed the session today. Hope you enjoyed this live stream, and look out for the next one. Cheers. Thanks. There we go.